गुड इवनिंग टू ऑल ऑफ यू। कैसे हैं सब लोग? आई होप ऑल आर वेल। वी कैन स्टार्ट द डिस्कशन इन जस्ट 5 मिनट। गुड इवनिंग टू ऑल ऑफ यू। कैसे हैं सब लोग? आई होप ऑल आर वेल। वी कैन स्टार्ट द डिस्कशन इन जस्ट 5 मिनट। So we all know that there are a lot of notification has been issued by the CBIC after 50th GST Council meeting. So various circular, various notification has been issued to come the or to bring the effect of the decision taken in the 50th GST Council meeting. So you all are requested to take a note. उसमें ISD के रिगार्ड में, क्रॉस चार्ज के रिगार्ड में काफी सारे मल्टीपल इश्यू को कवर किया गया है। एंड वी नो दैट the 31st July being the last date to file the ITR is very near. So probably you all are busy. Very good evening. मैं बहुत अच्छा हूँ संतोष जी, आप बताएं आप कैसे हैं? And some news we heard about that regarding the GST Council meeting. So regarding the GST Council meeting, 51 GST Council meeting, we also don't know, but yes, some news are there that it is going to be happen on 2nd of this August, and with the agenda. So as per the news, the agenda is basically online gaming. No, Santoshi, I do not have any class on the custom. So Andhra Pradesh High Court regarding the decision in the 16-4 Praveen Solanki ji, that is in nutshell, I can say they are saying it is not ultra virus. It is valid, and if we are assuming that 16.4 is valid and according to the AP High Court, then probably all the understanding we have so would not be correct. Let's see that whether particular SSC is approaching Supreme Court, SLP is being filed or not. We have to wait for certain days, and otherwise this would be the final. And 16.4 and 16.2 is not contradicting to each other. We were saying that 16.2 because it is starting with non-obstant clause, and therefore 16.4 is not at all to be complied. So that is the big concern which we'll have to highlight to all the member, that 16.2 and 4 are independent and it is not ultra virus. 16.4 is not ultra virus to 16.2, so both would carry. So this is my understanding. You may ask any other question. regarding the online gaming, we all know that this tax key rate has been notified as, or not notified, they are saying that it will be a requirement of the amendment in the law regarding definition of actionable claim. Basically, I can say the schedule 3 para 6 item. So probably they would batting, gambling. Apart from that, they will also bring certain changes in the law to keep the taxability on the online gaming. So probably by the next, in the next council meeting, whenever it happen, might be on 2nd August or on any other day. So we will have the more clarity regarding the online gaming. Santoshji, that is, yes, I can share my understanding. You can also can raise the contra question if you have. Very good evening, Rashmidas ji. So in my understanding, the YouTuber, suppose I am a YouTuber, I am earning the income in the foreign currency. Okay. And because it is export of service and interstate supply. Okay. We know that if my total income does not exceed 20 lakh, I'm not required to pay any tax, or I'm not required to raise, I'm not required to register itself because it is interstate supply. And we know that till 20 lakh, I am relaxed from registration by virtue of any notification. 13 October ka koi notification. Now the second point, that suppose I am registered in the GST, do I need to pay the tax? So assuming that it satisfy all the condition of export of service. Repeating again, I'm assuming that all the condition of export of service are being satisfied. Therefore, if I furnish the LUT before start of the financial year, or before start of the transaction, so after the financial year, obviously, then I can say this is an export of service and I'm not required to pay the tax because I'm exporting under LUT. Third point, how to report the transaction in the table 6A of the GSTR1 or GSTR3B. The table 6A, because it is invoice wise information. Now the question comes, how to raise the invoice on the YouTube? So probably you should make the invoice in your books of accounts. Okay, that invoice ka number you should report in your GSTR1 and consolidated amount will come in the GSTR3B under table 3.1.B. So this is my view. If you have any counter question, kindly raise. Not all service provided in India. समझा नहीं मैं आपका संतोष जी. You have asked not all service provided in India. मैं समझा नहीं. Please clarify. Meanwhile, we are taking the question of Rasmidas ji. If the turnover for the period April 23 to July 23 exceed 5 crore, is e-invoicing is applicable from 1st August. Turnover limit in the last financial year is below 5 crore. Regarding this, I can say Rasmidas ji ka question. If you refer the notification which talks about applicability of the e-invoice, that notification looks the turnover the any of the preceding financial year starting from 17-18. क्या मतलब हुआ इस बात का? मतलब 17-18 से लेके 22-23 तक. मैं 23-24 की बात नहीं कर रहा हूं, बिकॉज 1 अगस्त से जब ई इनवॉइसिंग की लिमिट रिड्यूस करके 5 करोड़ कर दी, तो उसके लिए आपको कौन सा फाइनेंशियल ईयर देखना है? स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम 17-18 टिल 22-23. अगर आपकी टर्नओवर बिलो 5 करोड़ है इन ऑल द प्रीसीडिंग फाइनेंशियल ईयर स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम 17-18, इन दैट केस 1 अगस्त 2023 से ये एप्लीकेबल नहीं होगा. जब नेक्स्ट ईयर होगा, that is 1st April 2024, then in that case you will fall under the e-invoicing ka requirement. But place of the supply is India. So how you can say the place of the supply is India? Because if I try to recall all the subsection of 13.3 to 13.13, I can say the YouTube is not categorized in any of the particular respective category. If this particular service is not covered in 13.3 to 13.13, I can say it will fall under general category. And in the general category, they are saying that location of recipient would be the place of supply. So in this case, the YouTube, which is located out of India, that will be the place of the supply. This is my understanding. Still, please raise the counter question to have the clarity to all the members. Now, Praveen Solanki ji, can we apply for composition rupees 50 lakh for service supply? Praveen ji, suppose I am a service provider. So 10 subsection 2A allow me to take the composition scheme in which the rate of the taxes would be 6%. The upper limit would be 50 lakh, and there are a couple of conditions like interstate cannot make the, I cannot make the interstate supply, or I cannot make the supply through e-commerce operator. So all these conditions are there. Subject to all these conditions, I can opt for composition under 10(2)(a), wherein I can even supply the goods or services. There is no problem. But the rate of the taxes would be 6%. And one more thing, please note, if I am already registered under composition under 10(1), then I cannot go for 10(2)(a). मतलब क्या हुआ, either or है, या तो आप 10(1) वाला लोगे या 10(2)(a) वाला लोगे. ऐसा नहीं हो सकता कि आप दोनों कंपोजिशन एक साथ कैरी कर सको. That is my reply. If you satisfied, then kindly confirm. If it is not, then please raise the counter question. Can how to raise the e-way bill from one state to the another is just canteen material, assuming the state to which materials and not have the register. Delivery chala. Suppose if the item is not supplied, if you are supplying the canteen material, okay, and but it is not being sold, it is being used for your canteen, then in that case you have to send the goods through delivery challan, whether it is registered or not. If not registered, then we all know that there is an option of URP, unregistered person, we can write. Sorry. Praveen Solanki ji, Gujarat registered supplier, supplying his goods with proper document, but buyer rejected the goods. Receiver no issued any document. On which document supplier return his goods. Receiver no issued any document, मतलब क्या हुआ? Supplier को अगर goods लेना है तो delivery चालान बनाना पड़ेगा. If you see either you can bring back the material on the credit note, or you can also bring back on the basis of the delivery challan. The problem is, as of now, the e-way bill ka portal login is not accepting the credit note in the drop down list. Suppose it is a return material, sales return. So you cannot generate the e-way bill on the basis of the credit note. Supplier service recipient is in India. See, if you refer the definition of the recipient, it's talk about if the you might say that because suppose you have uploaded the video and the participant in India, so Indian resident person are looking that video, will that recipient? Answer is no, because service recipient ka definition is very, very clear that if the service is being on consideration, the person who is liable to pay the consideration, he would be the recipient. So in my example or in your question, if the video is being uploaded on YouTube, whomsoever is looking, it is immaterial. The person who is making the payment, YouTube, that will be the recipient, and the place of the supply of that recipient would be the location of the recipient. If RCM paid on guarantee given by the director, so first question, whether guarantee given by the director will come under reverse charge or not, that is a big question. So in my view, in my view, that personal guarantee given by the director is not come under RCM. That is altogether the litigation issue. Okay. Apart from that, let's leave for the time being. Then second, then is it applicable to all type of the director, or can we distribute? See how you see first that can you distribute the amount on the cross charge to the other plant also? How you can say that this guarantee is linked to the particular, this guarantee is linking to the other branches also? Is it possible that can you link that this director service, this guarantee service is linked to the branches? Then probably I am of the view that it is not possible. So try to avoid that. Sorry. Sudhirji, GST mentioned the amount of the ITC shall be restricted to so much of the ITC as it is attributable to the taxable supply, including but does not include exempt supply. Correct? Mention exempt supply. Does that mean a registered person cannot avail and utilize ITC? See, no. I understood your question. 17.3 has given the meaning of exempt supply. Okay. In which certain supply are considered as exempted, in which they are saying outward RCM will be exempt supply. So suppose let's take an example. I am advocate and you are my recipient. You are body corporate, you are my recipient. I have given the service to you on which you are paying the tax under reverse charge. Okay. Let's say I'm also providing the teaching, okay, which is taxable in the GST. So now I'm basically rendering two categories of the service. One, which is taxable, but taxable in the hand of the recipient under reverse charge. And one is taxable under forward charge. So in my hand, supplier hand, the outward RCM would be considered as exempted supply. And therefore I can say I have to take the proportionate ITC. I cannot take the full ITC on my total outward supply. But because you being a recipient, it is not talking about inward supply. It is only talking about outward supply. I hope your question is clear. Kindly confirm or you can raise your counter question. Kulji ji, sir, is the notification have been come or still pending in relation to the supply of the goods? नहीं, abhi aaya nahi. Still not come. So if you talk about, you are talking about 16 subsection 3. If I'm not wrong, you are talking about 16 subsection 3 of IGST Act. The point is the 16 subsection 3 of the IGST Act, the amendment made by the Finance Act 21 is still not applicable, is still not notified. The provision is still not notified. Once the same would be notified, then we can say the notification would bring in this particular category. So, आज की तारीख में, as of now, answer is no, it is not applicable. Give me 1 minute, please. Let me take 1 minute on about the membership plan of the Edukating. We are running 3 categories of membership: income tax, GST, PF ESIC. Regarding the PF ESIC, so as of now, this membership is free. You can join till 31st August without making any payment and take the understanding whether it is beneficial or not. Regarding the GST, we are running the 3 categories of membership: platinum, gold, and silver, in which multiple benefits are there, as you can visit the website and understand in detail. So, but the basic feature I can say: silver, handling the query on day-to-day basis; gold, handling the query plus GST noticeage up to 5; and platinum, in which we are providing the GST query resolution, notice handling, also education, all the recorded videos of the past, my full GST 65 hours course, etc. Multiple benefits are there. You can visit and then accordingly decide. So, and regarding the income tax, we have launched only one category of the membership regarding the income tax, 1500 per quarter, very limited time. Then we are just resolving the query of income tax. So thank you very much. Let me move to the question answer. I think from 1st October 23 is the date which is being discussed in the 50th GST Council meeting. Yes. But yet to be notified. So once the first, what happened on 1st October, they will notify. Okay. And second, then what happened? They will issue the notification. So Mohan Babu has asked multiple questions. Let me take one by one. Part 1. Practical difficulties faced in offsetting the liability in 3B. ITC is more than IGST and all output and C plus S. IGST set off first against C and balance to S. Okay. Practical difficulty, C and S. Okay. By mistake, we have filed without doing such equalization, which resulted in excess balance in the C. Okay. And short balance in S. And next month, when there is a no IGST ITC, then we have to pay S in cash, even though we have the ITC, but in C, which cannot be utilized for S. Yes, it is technical issue. No, sir, it is not technical issue. This can be taken to the council to get a remedy like electronic cash ledger to be. You are talking about the electronic credit ledger, na? Ha, correct. So that point has been come multiple times. If you ask that particular point, can we transfer the credit balance also to another head? That has been multiple time across discussed by various trade formation. But believe me, that is not going to be accepted. That is not going to be accepted. This is my view, Mohan Babuji, and Praveen Solanki ji. Registered supplier received the registered supplier received a notice under section 73 in DRC 06 for the financial year 18-19. Party submitted his reply, but department not issued any order. Can department demand in future? Till the time 18-19, jab tak bhi time limit hai, tab tak they can ask. Whatever the time limit is there, 18-19, currently we know that probably it is regular category. 31st March would be the last date, if I'm not wrong. Or 19-20, accordingly you can check the date, but yes, they can raise the demand. Okay. We know that GST, I'm reading the question of Rasmi Das ji. We know the GST credit is not available on the purchase of the car. Can we get the ITC and the amount paid as cess on the purchase? The answer is no. No. Any of the component of the taxes, whether it is cess or whether it is CGST, SGST, IGST, kuch bhi nahi milega car ka. Can you please repeat answer to my solution? Sudhir ji, I just gave the brief. My point is, but you can watch the video because this video would be available in the YouTube. You can just back. My answer was that the ITC, which is the RCM supply, which is covered in the 17 subsection 3, is outward RCM. Suppose I'm a supplier, so they are talking about if my supply, outward supply is RCM on which recipient is paying the tax, then I cannot take the ITC. It is nowhere talking about inward supply. It is nowhere talking about inward supply. So inward का ITC हमेशा मिलेगा, inward RCM का ITC हमेशा मिलेगा जो टैक्स रिसिपिएंट पे करता है. सिर्फ सप्लायर के एंड पे ये एग्जेम्प्ट माना जाएगा एंड देयरफॉर इट इज नॉट कंसीडर्ड एज इट इज नॉट अलाउड एज मतलब कि एलिजिबल आईटीसी जो भी उसके रिगार्ड में आईटीसी इनकट की है. अगर नोटिस फाइनेंशियल 1920 में इश्यू किया है प्रवीण सोलंकी जी, मुझे लगता है जब तक ऑर्डर इश्यू करने का टाइम है तो कर सकते हैं. भाई उन्होंने कहा एटलीस्ट आपको 3 मंथ पहले आपको नोटिस इशू करना है। अगर उन्होंने 6 मंथ पहले, 1 ईयर पहले इशू कर दिया, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम एट ऑल। दे सपोज मीन्स दे कैन इशू इन एडवांस, बट मिनिमम 3 महीने का गैप होना चाहिए, मैक्सिमम कोई लिमिट नहीं है। सपोज वी हैव रजिस्टर्ड, we are also, suppose we are also into service of the AC repair, but client says get the pest control for which I hired someone, how to bill the client, which हाँ पेस्ट कंट्रोल। भाई आपको क्या करना है, मतलब सी either you can go that you are working in the pure agent capacity, that could be the one way, ठीक है, in which you are just मतलब means कि भाई actual amount और वो सारा condition rule 33 वाला जानते हैं। But if you are saying that you are providing the service completely, then you have to raise the invoice of the pest control. Class C, what is the class clarification of the fixed establishment? मेरे हिसाब से पेस्ट कंट्रोल वाला ही सैक कोड आपको लिखना पड़ेगा, बिकॉज यू विल टेक सर्टेन सर्विस ऑफ पेस्ट कंट्रोल एंड यू विल रेज द इनवॉइस ऑफ द पेस्ट कंट्रोल। सपोज वी हैव टू, दे आर टॉकिंग अबाउट क्रेडिट ऑफ आईटीसी। हाँ मतलब मान लो मैं एडवोकेट हूं और मैं आपको सर्विस दे रहा हूँ, ठीक है, क्रेडिट ऑफ द आईटीसी मतलब मेरे हाथ की बात कर रहे हैं। मतलब क्या हुआ, सपोज करो मैं एडवोकेट हूँ, ठीक है, और मैं ट्रांसपोर्टर हूँ, लेट्स से आई एम ए जीटीए and I am raising the invoice to you on which you are paying the tax under RCM. Then if I have purchased the truck, can I take the ITC? Suppose I have done the expenditure on the repair of that truck, I have paid the rented, on which I have paid the GST. Can I take the ITC of these expenditure? I am talking about in the hand of the supplier. Answer is no. Why no? Because of 17.2 read with 17.3. It is only for outward supplier who is providing the services, on which tax is being paid by the recipient under RCM. They are not talking about the RCM ITC. What is the clarification for fixed establishment? अभी तो recently तो कोई clarification नहीं है संतोषी, in my view. मेरे हिसाब से कोई clarification नहीं है, अगर है तो आप बता दीजिए। Probably it is missed by me. So आज का discussion सिर्फ half an hour का रहेगा, considering all the due dates of the income tax return. मैं तो मेरे लिए नहीं है, but आप लोगों के लिए। तो we will close the discussion by 4:30 PM. अगर आपका और भी कोई क्वेश्चन है, you can raise the question. Sudhir ji, whether your question is replied, clarified, or still you have any doubt? If still you have any doubt, we can discuss. So we'll wait for another 5 minutes. If you have any question, kindly raise. Otherwise, we can complete the today discussion. Understood. Fine. Great. Thank you very much for your participation. We'll meet on the not on the next Saturday. We have to take one gap, and so there is one question: is sir, is it mandatory to file GSTR 10 if we cancel the registration? Answer is yes, na. Panduranga ji, if you are canceling the registration within 3 months, you have to file the GSTR 10. Otherwise, there would be the late fees. Okay. Company registered under the GST. Company provided the dress to his employee rupees 1 lakh falling under RCM. Why under RCM? RCM क्यों है भैया? मैं समझा नहीं, RCM क्यों होगा? Why the RCM would be there, Praveen Solanki ji? Why there would be RCM? अगर आपको ये डिस्कशन अच्छा लगता है तो प्लीज click on the like button, also click on the subscribe button and share with the maximum people you can, so that the quality and the content of the question would be more, and we can also learn something from this particular discussion. Suppose we run a small office in the state with a temporary set with computer will be a fixed establishment. मेरे हिसाब से अगर आपने भाई कोई भी स्पेस होना चाहिए, स्पेस के ऊपर अगर आप ये कह रहे हैं कि आपने कंप्यूटर लगा दिया, तो probably it would be considered as fixed establishment in my understanding. And if you are providing the service or goods, if you are providing the supply from that particular location, that is also important. So if you are providing the service from that or supply from that location, then you have to take the registration in that state. क्योंकि नॉर्मली वर्क्स कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में ऐसा ही होता है, एक टेम्परेरी सेट बनाते हैं. लेट्स से मिस्टर ए हैज रिसीव्ड द वर्क कॉन्ट्रैक्ट इन राजस्थान, सो वो क्या करता है, बिल्डिंग कंस्ट्रक्शन का काम मिला है तो उसका जो सेट रहेगा वो टेम्परेरी रहेगा, ठीक है. सो आफ्टर द कंप्लीटिंग ऑफ द सर्विसेज दैट विल बी डिसमेंटल और वो हट जाएगा वहां से. तो बट उसको रजिस्ट्रेशन लेना पड़ेगा. द आंसर वुड बी यस, ही हैज टू टेक द रजिस्ट्रेशन. सो दिस इज माय. Anything you like to highlight on the recent notification? Nothing, sir. Nothing. If you have any specific question, we can discuss. Not as such any specific thing. I do not like to say anything. And we can close our today discussion. So thank you very much for your active participation. I hope you all will share this discussion and to your group so that maximum people can come and enjoy the live discussion. And we also learn to each other by doing this discussion. Thank you very much. Goodbye to all of you. We'll meet in the upcoming live discussion. Thank you.